This is a short video to show how to build your own website from ConnextCMS and how simple the cloning process is. So ConnextCMS can be built from source code. That's always an option, but it's a little complicated because first you have to get KeystoneJS installed and running, and that takes a certain level of expertise. So instead, we've prepared these DigitalOcean droplets that you can clone. Now, DigitalOcean is a company that creates virtual servers and rents them out for, I think their cheapest plan is $5 a month, all the way up, and they scale, and they get, high-powered and more expensive. But we've created a snapshot that we can transfer to your account so that you can just boot up a working copy of ConnextCMS and KeystoneJS. So the way to do that is to go to ConnextCMS.com and click on this big blue button, Clone Your Own Copy. Go there, and if you don't have a DigitalOcean account yet, you can click on our affiliate links right here, and this will credit your account with $10. And the $5 a month package is more than capable of running a small website, so you basically get your first 2 months for free. So pretty good deal there. So click on those links, create an account. DigitalOcean uses their login names are email addresses, so just fill in your email address here that you used for your DigitalOcean and hit submit. In this case, I used my email address, christroutner.com, and you will receive an email message like this, and it'll tell you that your username and password is demo user and demo user password. When you create, well, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. There's also a link down here to vote for a feature. So what happens is the process of creating the snapshot for you is automated, but the actual act of transferring it to your account is still a manual process. So if you click on this link, you can vote for the feature that would let us fully automate this process, and it'll just reduce the amount of time to get snapshots to people who are interested in using them. So anyways, you'll get an email like this, and when someone can, they'll log in and transfer the snapshot to your account. And this is what it looks like. So when you log into DigitalOcean, it'll list the droplets that you have going. Right now I have these 2 active ones. What you'll want to do is click on Images, and this is where your copy of the ConnextCMS snapshot will appear. In this case, here it is right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and rename this. Or not. I have to accept it first. So you'll accept it, and then it'll drop into your snapshot library. Now I can rename it. Okay, ConnextCMS, saving. What you want to do is click on this drop down and go to Create Droplet from that snapshot. It'll automatically highlight the snapshot that you just selected. And then, like I said, the $5 a month plan is fine. I like to run them in San Francisco, and this may be required to run them because that's where the image was generated. There are commands and ways to transfer it to different countries' servers, but that's outside the scope of this video. And then just name your droplet, CMS, and click Create. And DigitalOcean will spin up a new virtual server based on that image. So while we wait for that, let me show you a few more interesting things. If you go to ConnextCMS and you go to documentation, you can go to the GitHub repository, and everything I'm covering in this video lives in the wiki documentation. You can click on the installation page. So everything I'm talking about here is up at the top. If you scroll down to the bottom, there are tips on how to customize your installation, like how to change things on the home page, how to run the software on port 80, which is what a normal website does. Out of the box, it runs on port 3000 because that's what KeystoneJS does, and KeystoneJS is an express application which by the default runs on port 3000. So if you want it to run as a regular website, you change that to port 80. So here are the instructions for doing that. How to set up NodeMailer, which does the email routing. So that's where all this lives, and there's lots of other good documentation here. Let's see if DigitalOcean is done. It is. So when it's done, you'll receive an email with the root password, which is totally randomized, and you can just leave it alone if you want because the demo user has sudo privileges. So once you get the droplet set up and you copy your IP address like that, you'll want to open up a terminal window. I like to use PuTTY. You can use whatever you want. PuTTY's free, just Google it. Put in your IP address of your droplet, and it's going to run on port 22, which is for SSH. Click open, accept the RSA key, and then log in with that demo user login name, and the password is demo user password. I'm just waiting for it to do the handshaking. Okay, so once you're logged into the command line, you can do a listing of the directories, and you'll see these 4 directories. Node modules is where all the node dependencies get installed. Keystone 4 is where the Keystone.js software runs. ConnextCMS is where the ConnextCMS GitHub repository lives. And then MyCMS is a combination of the Keystone and ConnextCMS. So the first thing you want to do is change into the ConnextCMS directory. Run git pull, and this will update to the latest ConnextCMS software. And then run, let me just show you these bash script files. So there's these 2 bash script files, and what you want to do is do the merge, and that's going to overwrite all the default Keystone.js files with the changes that live in the ConnextCMS repository, and it combines them into the MyCMS directory. Now to run the CMS, you're going to issue the command node, and then the Keystone.js file is the one that we're going to run. Then I'm going to do this little ampersand, which lets it run in the background so it doesn't block the command line. So you hit enter, and it'll tell us that it's up and running on port 3000. Like I said, that's the default port. So to bring up the home page for this site, you're going to want to copy the IP address of your droplet and put it up in your URL bar, and then don't forget to do :3000. That tells the web browser to look on port 3000. And voila, there you go. That's your new website up and running. You can sign in with this default admin username and password. And if you watch the first and second videos, the introduction and the deep dive into the file system, you can that covers how to customize this entire site for your own. But this is how you set up and get a live site. And like I said, if you go to the wiki and look at the installation, you can read the directions on how to set it up for port 80 and get up and how to make it run. If your server crashes or reboots or anything crashes, it'll automatically start it back up. All good stuff. So now you're off and running. Go forth and have fun.